There was madness in any direction, at any hour.
Welcome to Ruby Reviews Books. Reviews from a cat who cannot read. From a cat who cannot read. Welcome to Ruby Reviews Beers. Reviews from a cat who cannot read. To Ruby Reviews Beers.
Welcome to Ruby Reviews Beers, because I can't read a book every week. She may not like to booze, but she sure knows her brews. Today's beer is Urtyp Hell by schlossbrauerei-stelzer. Schlampe beer by Fatih. From Fatih? Urtyp Hell by Schlossbrauerei by Christian Stelzer from Fattigau, Bayern. Let's just say this is Urtyp Hell by Schloss Brewery, bought by a guy named Christian Michael Stelzer, made in a place called Fattigau in Bavaria. Jesus, the name is such a mouthful, there's barely any room left for the beer. Let's just pour the dang thing. This is a Munich-style Helles lager, made from a traditional recipe of hops, malt, water, and German efficiency. It pours golden with thick foamy head, which you could totally see if it weren't for the cat butt. Let's bring this in for a close-up. As you can see, it's light gold, very clear, almost clean looking with a decent pop in the bubbles. The taste, on the other hand, is thick and very malty, like drinking a loaf of bread followed by a bitter, herby finish. It is light-bodied, which might be why the brewer calls it a snack, though maybe that doesn't translate right. It's reminiscent of the German-style beers that tend to dominate Latin American national brews like a Polar, Cristal, or Aguila. It's also not terribly dissimilar from the marriage of a Bud Heavy and a Miller Lite, which is not a flattering comparison, but there's something both very malty and a little oily about this brew. Despite that, I would acknowledge that there's a certain crispness in the finish, even if it's also too medicinal for my taste. Drinking this feels like a total obligation. Not even the cat is stoked. Usually when I see a full pint bottle, I am excited, but this is certainly a commitment, and I don't even know how to say it. Urtyp Hell by Schlossbrauerei. Let's just take another sip and hope that it loosens the tongue. I don't know. Let's take another look at this label. You can see that there's a date here, which I don't know if that's a bottling date or an expiration date, which is also not a compliment. After a few sips, my palate adjusted, and I got the feeling that while this beer is not so bad, it's also not so good. I appreciate the history behind the brewery and the small scale of its ownership. Though it claims to be from the 14th century, the brewery's been family-owned since the early 1900s and is dedicated to making traditional beers, which is really cool. However, some beers could totally get a new twist. I give it 2.5 stars. Ruby gives it a shaky cam sniff down. Happy drinking. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you have any ideas on what we should review next, leave a comment.